YouTube, and welcome back to Fat Cat Collections. I'm going to do another watch review today. Now, for those of you who subscribe to my channel and follow my channel and have been watching my videos for many years now, you'll be surprised to hear that this one is not an Invicta watch review. This one is by a new brand, I won't say brand new company, but a newly designed, a relaunch company by the name of Aragon. I don't know if you can see that right there. And if you haven't heard about Aragon, basically Aragon is the same company as Android USA. If you haven't seen some of my other videos on the Android watches, definitely subscribe to my channel and check out those other videos. They're kind of hard to get your hands on because the company had to shut down and change the name, and they came back with a whole different line of watches. Some of which, such as the Silver Jet, they still make, but they've changed it where it's not quite as large. So they were kind of copying what Invicta was doing with making these really large, big, chunky dive watches. Now, I own about 5 Android watches. I have the Enforcer, I reviewed the Parma, I don't own that one. I have the Millipede, and of course the Silver Jet, 2 Silver Jets. And I tell you, they gave you a lot of watch for your money. Most of their watches were... if they're not quartz, they're powered by NH35 or 36 Seiko automatic movements, which is like just a time-tested, fantastic entry-level automatic movement with 24 jewels. And several of the ones I have that movement. And he's taken the same movement and put them, and some of that same movement is in a lot of your automatic Invicta watches as well. When you start getting involved in the pro divers and grand divers. It's just a great movement. I love automatic watches. I wish I had more of them, but you know, for the price point for what Invicta charges for them, it definitely kicks the price of the watches up, and you're kind of limited on some of the watches you can get when you get involved in the Invicta automatic watches. But what Aragon Watch is just a newly redesigned Android, and they had to shut down because I believe they had some sort of issue with the copyright infringement or something like that with the name Android because of the Android operating system by Google. So they ended up shutting down. They redesigned all their watches and brought some back, like I said, with just slightly redesigned models, slightly different bands, a little bit smaller. I will say I do miss the original Android watches because they were more me. I really enjoyed that big, huge, chunky, over-the-top watch thing like the Invicta watches. It's kind of what they pride themselves on doing. And you know, Android now Aragon, they make watches more in the 50 millimeter under range. So this watch here I had my eye on because my girlfriend got me for my birthday an Abalone faced Invicta. If you haven't checked out my video on that one, definitely check that out. It's the Grand Arsenal with Abalone, and it is just a beautiful watch. So I got on this Abalone kick, and I've been on it for a while now. And Aragon came out with a watch that had gemstones on it, and I haven't had a gemstone watch in quite some time. I used to wear like the Jacob watch, the fake ones, and you can get the fake ones with the ice all over them. And my style's kind of changed, but I've always wanted to get a gemstone watch back in my collection. And the thing is, there's just not a lot of them out there for decent price points. And my girlfriend saw me web surfing, and I pointed this watch out to her, and that lovely woman of mine got me this watch for Christmas. And this watch is the Aragon Savant. And I wanted to show you what the box looks like. Aragon just really prides themselves on making just beautiful boxes and beautiful presentations. I mean, they definitely, in my opinion, beat Invicta for the presentation. You know, I don't really care for the Invicta dive cases these come in and the cheap paper cardboard ones Invicta comes in. But, you know, nonetheless, you know, I guess it serves its purpose. I just prefer, this is something you can put on your dresser, you know. This one's got kind of the Aragon logo across the face, or the top of the box. This was done in like a blue fake leather. You have your button, and of course, you pop it open, you have this blue velour interior with the chrome Aragon logo, and you have a little case right over here. So, enough about the box, let's move on to the watch. Now, Aragon, most of their watches that they produce now are very simple watches. They're not over the top when it comes to the crazy case design. They are very simple, but they're very classy, and they do give you a lot for your money. This watch is just absolutely breathtaking. I'm so glad. Honey, thank you so much. I absolutely love this watch. And again, this is the Savant Gemstone edition. Now, they make several different versions of this watch. They make about 3 with the leather band with the abalone face with no gemstones. Then they make this watch with no gemstones, abalone face, and they make it, I believe, in a black mother of pearl and a white mother of pearl. But this one is the most expensive one that they have. Right now, this watch is going to run you about $500. And let me tell you, it is an absolutely gorgeous watch. A little bit about the watch, and I'll show you some close-ups, and I'll show you what it looks like on the wrist. So this one is powered by a Seiko S2 NH35 24 jewel automatic movement. You have an exhibition case back on the watch, which is just gorgeous. Your standard screw-down crown. And you can see the abalone in this thing is just breathtaking. And then you have these black spinal diamonds, or black spinal gemstones around the bezel. Full mirror polished stainless steel case. And you're looking at 50mm case diameter with a 9¼ inch band length and 24mm of band width and 15mm in case thickness. So not a huge over-the-top watch, very similar to what you might find in your Invicta Grand Diver, but a little bit bigger. This watch, despite it's not kicking up to the 52mm mark, it is just something that is a real statement piece on your wrist. If you want a flashy, high-quality, over-the-top watch, guys, this is definitely one you should check out for your collection. A little bit more about it. Again, the movement of country of origin is Japanese, Seiko. Stainless steel, screw-down crown, I mentioned that. Flip lock, push button deployment clasp, which I like. It doesn't just flip over like the Invicta ones. It actually locks, and you have two release buttons on the sides. I really like that feature, which Invicta did more of that. Just a gorgeous watch, guys. I mean, it's just so generous of my lady to get me this one. And she didn't think I was going to like it, and she went and got me another Invicta watch, which I'll be reviewing next. I mean, just a gorgeous face. You have some lume on the hands, of course, and then you have just your chrome number markers, no numbers on it, and you have your day of the month window right there. I don't know if you can see that. All right, let's go ahead and throw it on the wrist, see what it looks like. Now, I'm about 5'7", 5'8" tall. I have about a 7-inch wrist, and I weigh about 163 pounds. So all these watches look really big on me, and this one is no exception to that rule. I'll try to back up a little so you see what it looks like. And guys, I mean, for you Invicta lovers out there, when you start getting under 52, you're like, it's small. But 50mm, let's not forget, is still a massive, massive watch. This watch is very wearable. It's very comfortable. And it is just an absolute breathtaking watch. And you can see, even on a 7-inch wrist, it's still a giant watch. We get desensitized because these Invicta watches are pushing the 63mm mark. Start wearing your grand Arsenals, and of course your Thunderbolts and your Sea Hunters. But it is still a massive timepiece, and definitely a gorgeous timepiece on the wrist. That abalone is just absolutely breathtaking, and the black spinal just sparkles. It really is a beautiful watch. Try to get a little more light in here, see if we can get a little more of the shine on this piece. I'll try to get back a little bit so you can see what it looks like at a little more of a distance. Okay, folks, well, that's my review of the new Aragon Savant Gemstone Edition abalone-faced automatic wristwatch. Definitely want to pick up for your collection. The price on it right now is pretty steep. Oh, I forgot to mention, it does have 660 feet of water resistance. The price on these is a little steep right now, I will say, but just keep watching. Check out my links. You'll definitely be able to find some better deals as time goes on. Right now, we're right after Christmas, so everybody's probably tapped out and the prices usually skyrocket. Definitely keep checking back. If you like the channel, please subscribe. Over 5,000 subscribers and 2 million views. It's been just a blast making these videos. I'm also going to be reviewing another watch, another Invicta Grand Arsenal, which I have 6 of those now in my collection. It's one of my favorite Invicta watches. And coming up down the road here next week, I picked up another watch by the name of Bulova, and I think you'll be pretty pleased to see that review. Branching off a little bit into some of these other watches, and like I said, guys, I love Invicta, but there are lots of really nice watches out there. I just like to be over 50mm, and that's what Invicta gives me. That's what now Aragon seems to be doing again, on a few of their models, and this new Bulova I got coming will definitely be about 50mm as well, so I look forward to reviewing that with you. What else? Also, coming down the pike, going to be doing my smart home series, so definitely check that out. I've been getting a lot of interesting smart home products that I think will be of interest to some people. And remember, find me on Facebook, become part of the Wrist Shot Action. That's Fat Cat Watches on Facebook. And again, subscribe to the channel. If you like the content, please support the channel by going ahead and making your eBay purchase through Fat Cat Watches. You just basically go to the website. There's lots of information on all these watches that I review. It'll take you to eBay where you find real-time listings from reputable sellers. So once again, folks, thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.